In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the last mission in this course and show you how to guide your learners through completing it. So in order to do that, we need to take a look at the Courses tab, and we're going to go to Module 5, Build the App. So that's just over here on the far right. So let's go inside there, and we're going to click on the tile that it's going to basically bring us into this big editor. So the way that this works is, this is just like the other editors that the students have been using through the program already. This one is just a little bit bigger. So what we've done is we've given the students enough code to get started in HTML and CSS and JavaScript in order to build this little app. So it's going to look like this, and the idea is that we have a number of inputs from the user that are collected. We hit the calculate button, an equation is run behind the scenes inside the code, and then it returns the answer to the user down here in the form of a text field. So we provide instructions that they can follow here. So we need to create variables for inputs and outputs. We need to receive values from the user by using getElementID. So we provide hints all along the way, and this is all material that they've learned in the previous lessons. So inside the editor itself, that's over here. What they're going to do is they're going to follow along the code, and whenever they see something like this here, where it says enter your code here, they need to figure out what code is missing and start adding it in. So for example, right here, we're inside of this div that has this title. So now we're in this portion of the software. And if we look past it, we can see the gender input field. The weight one is right here. So we've got that one. We're missing the one after that. And then we've got activity level. So it looks like we're missing age and weight. So what we want to do is enter an input field in order to collect that information from the user. Luckily, we actually have one that's very similar, the weight. It's just another text entry field. Let's copy and paste that here. We'll change what we need to. So it's going to be age instead of weight, and it's 50 to 80 years, not kilograms. The name of this input field, let's call it age, so that we're saving it with something that we can reference in our JavaScript. The placeholder looks like it's 25 here. That's what's showing up on the screen. And the minimum value is 15, and the max is 80. Okay, so if we were to run this now, we should now also see this input field appear on our app. So they can go through, looks like they need to add some code here. In CSS, they need to add some code here for some formatting. In JavaScript, looks like there's some variables missing, so they'll need to enter the variables. Again, looks like the age one is missing, so they need to enter that and any other missing ones. Need to check that the ranges are okay. Check category values for the weights, right? So we guide them through adding the code that they need in order to make this app work. Now you do have a solution to this. It's right here in the model answer. So you can click that button. It will add everything. So now you can see there's that age variable that's been added, and you could guide your learner to this solution if they needed some assistance. Let's click run, and you'll notice that we've jumped over to the output. And now we get a little sample demo output here on the side. I'm just zooming out a little bit so that we can see it. There we go. So now our app is appearing on this little iPad. And if everything went correctly, it's going to appear like this. And this is actually interactive, so your students can play with this a little bit, click the different things. Whatever they want to enter. Maybe this person's very active. Hit the calculate button, and the solution, the results of that equation running in the background will appear down here in the output field. And all that is run by the JavaScript code. All right, so there's lots of applications for this type of coding. Anytime you want to collect some information from a user, do some type of calculation, and return an output, this is a template of how you might think about setting that interface up. Okay, so in this little video, I did a quick walkthrough on how to get started on doing the final project in this course. We start the learners off with quite a bit of code that they need in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to start creating this app. And we identify spots where the learners need to go in and add some of the missing code. Once they've got all the code entered, they can run their app. And if they've got the right code in there, it will show up in their output and they can try the different inputs and see how their app works. I wish you and all your students good luck, and I hope you enjoy the course.